and just ambitious they are. So I think that's amazing. Anyways, yeah. And okay, so the third story, and I cannot believe I have to do this all over again. So, and yeah, this makes me really hopeful for the future, that you see all these young people really going for it. I feel like there's a difference between my generation and their generation. Like, my generation was told, like, go to college and get a good job. This generation coming up is being told to go big or go home. And I think that's a good thing for young people to be ambitious and to really follow their, not that following your dreams is always like working out well, but I don't know, I just feel like the generation coming up is just a lot more entrepreneuristic than my generation, which I think is a good thing. You have to learn to make money outside of like a 9-to-5. Like, my generation's like the cubicle generation. I think the generation ahead of me is like that as well. But I think we need to teach young people to think outside the box, to not always play by the rules, to take risks, and to really kind of do the YOLO thing. You only live once, so what are you going to do? All right, so this third story is actually about an older gentleman, and I thought this was interesting. I'm not sure how you guys will feel about this guy. So he takes old sewing machines and he turns them into tractors, like vintage sewing machines, and then I guess you could say, like, why are you taking apart a perfectly good sewing machine? But, I mean, we don't know. These could be sewing machines that are not able to be fixed. I don't know how he's picking these machines out, but he and his wife go do flea markets, and then they get these sewing machines, and they turn them into these really cute looking, I think it is a really good way. I mean, if you can't use it as a sewing machine, or maybe it's like it's totally beyond repair, I think repurposing it into something cool is kind of neat. He doesn't use a pattern. He has a very, I guess, great knowledge of tractors, which is something I currently do not have. I just love this line that this guy, his name is Harvey, he says, "The internet is amazing. You can Google anything," he says, as he pulled his phone out of his pocket. And I think that's great to see older generations that realize how wonderful technology has and how much you have access to right now. You can learn how to do anything you want on a phone, which is incredible, because 10-20 years ago, nobody really would have thought that. So I don't know if does he sell these? Not really sure. I'm assuming he probably does sell these or give them as gifts. His granddaughter also made one. I just thought that was really cool, so I just wanted to share that. But if there's a sewing story you see in the news, let me know, because maybe we'll feature it on a live show. But I'm very excited. So yeah, so this week we put out an interview, a Skype interview. I cannot believe this happened, with Craig Conover from Southern Charm. So if you have not watched it yet, we had a great conversation all about sewing and his life journey. He was a really, I gotta say, like, I think the way they portray him on the show is a little bit unfair. I don't think they really understand. This guy is actually a really deep individual. I was kind of surprised. Not that I was like expecting him to be, you know, I don't know, whatever. But I was just, he was extremely humble. I thought it was really interesting that this guy took found like a small YouTuber, me, and chose to like try to work with me. I thought that was pretty cool. But I just thought we had a great conversation. I think he's a super nice guy, and I was so excited to get this opportunity. So Craig, again, thank you. And in an update, so Craig had sent a Sewing Down South swag box to me. I did not receive it. I think there may have been some mail issues. I'm not sure what carrier they used, but if I do get it, I am hoping to show you guys what they sent. I thought that was really cool, and I think Craig is just a really neat individual, and I feel very lucky to get the opportunity to talk to him. The next season of Southern Charm is coming out on May 15th, so about what, like less than 10 days away. So check out the show if you have cable. And definitely check out his website, Sewing Down South, and his Instagram. I think he's been posting a lot of his sewing stuff, and it's been really cool to just, it was very cool to talk to him, and he was a super nice guy, and I could not believe that he took the time out of his day. He spent like an hour chatting with me to talk to someone he didn't know, And again, I'm not like huge on the internet, so I thought that was really quite nice of him, and I was just really blown away by how cool he was. So okay, so I want to share some of the stuff. So this week I actually just finished shooting a video just now, which is kind of a fun one. I've been working on, last week I told you guys that I had gotten this embroidery software from Nancy's Notions to make freestanding lace butterflies, and I have been making some lace butterflies. So let me grab those. Okay. And I am super excited. So I've been trying to make these, and I'm going to do a video about the butterflies and just kind of what I encountered, and I'm going to be blinging stuff out with the butterflies. But I'm very excited. I think this is like the coolest thing ever. And I've been practicing with metallic thread. So I think I'm going to do a video about working with metallic thread, because I definitely ran into I still ran into some issues. I did do the stitching speed very slow, and I use the metallic needles. There's still some things that I think I wish I would have known, but it worked out okay. So I might do a video if you guys are interested on just how to work with metallic thread in your embroidery machine, because it is pretty tricky. Another thing I got in the mail this week, which was cool, is, let's see here, Maxie. Okay. All right, sorry, I'm trying to grab this stuff out of here. Where did you go here? Okay. All right, let me grab this. Here we go. All right, so Maxie from Maxie Makes has sent the latest in her subscription box, and this month's box is making a drunkard's, it's like a drunkard's path templates. It comes with some really cool acrylic templates, but you make a wheel, so you're making like a whole circle of them, which I thought was kind of neat. She always has accompanying videos. I would definitely recommend this subscription box if you are looking for one. It comes with some art gallery fabrics. And let me show you the templates. I just thought this was a really neat looking project, and I'm curious to try it out. Hold on a second. Where did you guys go? Okay, I'm trying here. And it came with these templates. It also came with I forgot what it was called. It was like a stitch. It was like some sort of tool that helps you, poke out holes and stuff like that. So it comes with these Drunkard's Path templates, which was kind of neat. And she always includes tea, and she has a video lesson. So I've linked to Maxie's website below if you are interested. I am an affiliate, so if you do make a purchase, it does help out this channel a little bit. So I did want to let you know, but I wanted to share what she sent this week. I thought that was really cool. I've also been practicing my brush lettering. I don't know if it's going okay so far. Apparently I'm a Michael's Craft Store VIP now. So I guess every quarter they send to certain people like a gift card they can use. So they sent one to me, and I hadn't been to a Michael's in like forever. So I went to Michael's, and I got some. By the way, Michael's was having this insane like Spring Black Friday sale, and I'd had my eye on these Tombow brush pens for like a while on Amazon, and they were buy one get one free at Michael's. So I picked up the pastel version and then this like galaxy palette. I thought these were kind of fun jewel tone colors, and I've been trying to practice my brush lettering. It's not going super well, but I mean, you can only get better with practice, right? So I tried some of them out. I've also been using so when I practice, I've been using this like really nice premium HP LaserJet like paper or something that was recommended. And then I found a free template online that does a grid pattern so that I can have some guidelines to when I'm practicing. And then they had all kinds of sale stuff. I got like a bobbin case at Michael's, and then I got these, which were kind of neat. they were having a clearance sale on iron-on transfers. So I got some really cute iron-on transfers that I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with yet, but I thought they were pretty up my alley. And then this is iron-on fabric, so you can like cut it out and then you can like basically applique it to different surfaces. But I thought this looked kind of cool as well. And this is glitter, so I thought that was I don't know, I just thought it was interesting, and I'm always up for trying new types of craft supplies. Yeah, I know last week I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna hoard, but I am planning to do a giveaway in the near future, so probably in the next couple weeks I will be announcing what it is. Basically a lot of the stuff I take in, I'm gonna try to push out to someone out there so that they can also enjoy it, and so that I have less stuff in the house. All right, what else do we got here? So, but yeah, so in this thread, so this was sent by Nancy's Notions, and it's this like really pretty, it's kind of like opalescent glitter thread. This is really difficult to work with. It's really gorgeous, but this is the one, and it wasn't even the regular metallic thread that I had issues with. It was this one. It's very pretty, but you really have to do a lot of things to work with it. So I don't know. So this is going to be featured. I've been kind of shooting a few videos simultaneously, and I'm very excited because today I'm wearing my Team Tormund shirt that I made last week right before Game of Thrones. All right, so let me show it to you. And I also did a video about making this shirt because I don't know if you guys watched Game of Thrones last weekend, but it was, if you saw it last week, it was pretty insane. I was very excited about that episode. I'm curious to see how they're gonna wrap everything up because they only have 3 episodes left, even though they're super long. But if anyone out there is watching Game of Thrones, let me know, what did you think of last week's episode? Also, a lot of people were complaining that the episode was like really dark, and I thought it was okay. I was watching it on a computer screen. I didn't think it was terrible, and I understood like it was a night battle, so they had to, I mean, it was dark out, so there's that. But I don't know. Are you guys, did you like that episode? Did you not like it? And what would you like to see happen moving forward on Game of Thrones? Clearly, I am hashtag Team Tormund all the way. I'm hoping he is in more episodes moving forward because he's hands down my favorite character. I think he's really funny. He has the best lines, and I'm just really excited to see what he is doing. Okay, so let's read some comments. Okay. All right, yes, and when you do see this, I will be editing out the first probably 10 minutes of this show since it had no audio. So that was a lot of fun. All right, so we got sewing, aka Savior, William from Atlanta. Hello, hello. Cuthbert Drake's watching from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Cool. Sequoia Luigi is watching. Made by Marsha Mom. Sodium is here. River City Creative. Julia Monroe. Meekin Raish and Linda. Hello, Linda. So everybody watching, thank you very much. And let's take a look at, so I checked the sewing, hashtag sewing report squad hashtag. There was one new photo there, so I will kind of bring that up. So this is by Sewing Report viewer Terry Ovegan. She made a rainy day sewing project. This is M7503. Great job, Terry, and I love the quilt that's in the back. That's so pretty, and I love the color of the dress. I don't know. I don't really know I'm not really sure. Obviously, it's a dress pattern, but I think it looks really cool, and you did an awesome job, especially with the finishes. It looks very neat and professional. So that is Terry's post, and if you would like to be featured on a future show, make sure to use hashtag Sewing Report Squad, and you may be featured as I go through posts on this hashtag every week on the Sewing Report. So yeah, I don't know. It's been quite a week. Did a lot of editing. Yeah, I don't know. What else have I been up to? But yeah, I shot a really fun video today. Since I had my makeup and hair kind of done, I wanted to try to get as much as possible out of it. But yeah, is anyone out there watching Game of Thrones? What do you think? And also let me know too what, okay, so, and also someone commented that they have that Singer heavy duty sewing machine. Okay, so let's read. Where is that one comment? I could have sworn someone said they had it. So anyways, if you do, oh yeah, so Made by Marsha has the Singer heavy duty and loves it. I'm kind of curious to review it just to see what it's like. Not that I need another sewing machine. And that's the thing, a lot of the videos that people like on this channel are about the sewing machines, but I only have so many. So that's the problem, and I don't want to keep buying sewing machine after sewing machine when I don't really need it. But I am super curious in particular about that one model. So I don't know. So we will have to see. But yeah, let's keep chatting. But yeah, have you guys been to Michael's craft store lately? And also I've noticed on Michael's that they've started, I'll show you this, they've started selling fabric, but it's online only. Because Michael's, the stores don't sell fabric. But I think it's kind of interesting that they're starting to sell it online. Okay, so let me bring this up. Okay, and yeah, I had not been to, I went to the Michael's near me, and I thought it was cool. I thought they had a lot of neat stuff, a lot of stuff. And they've really expanded in the paper products area too. All right, so where is the fabric shop? Okay, here we go. So, okay, free shipping when you spend $29 or more on cut-to-order fabric. That's not bad. We will beat price guarantee. We'll beat it by 10%. You can shop by color. And they've got a pretty also, here's that Singer heavy duty. I keep seeing that machine everywhere now. Let's take a look at some of the stuff I don't know. I thought this was kind of new. All right, the prices seem pretty in line. $1.59 for tulle, poplin $5 a yard. I think the free shipping with $29, that's pretty good. Let's see. So, and here's another thought I had too. So I was kind of perusing fabrics on various websites, and I will say this. I wish you could sort the fabric by machine washable or dry clean only. That is a filter I would love to see these fabric stores have, because that's something that matters to me. If you can wash it or not. I don't tend to buy a lot of apparel fabric that is dry clean only. I don't really want that in my life. It doesn't really fit my lifestyle. And I would really prefer fabrics that you can stick in the washing machine and clean that way. I don't really want a lot of dry clean only fabric. So I do think that is a filter I would love to see happening. Is that something you would use? Because I don't know, I'm kind of lazy like that. I just like stuff that I can stick in the washing machine. All right, they're quilting cotton $5.29. I don't know about the quality of this stuff. I mean, this looks, okay, they have Riley Blake, so they have some brands that I'm aware of. So it's not just like random no-name stuff. Let's see what happens when you click on the quilting cotton. All right, 44 inches. I mean, I guess it's kind of just like fabric produced for Michael's, I suppose. It's kind of interesting, though. So yeah, so Michael's apparently sells fabric now, which I did not know, but I think it's kind of interesting. Have you checked out the fabric from Michael's? And also, which out of the big box stores like Hobby Lobby, Joann's, and Michael's, which one do you like the best? I don't really have a favorite. I don't go to these stores a ton, but I don't know. I mean, I like all of them for different reasons. But here's another beef I have. They're always having these, like, every store has that, like, 40% off regular price item coupon. They're always having 50% off sales. I kind of wish they would just lower the prices and not have so many of these, like, I feel like the sale frenzy is a little out of control, and I would rather they just lower the prices across the board than do this whole, you know, like Hobby Lobby, every ad they have advertises 30% off furniture every single week. If it's always 30% off, that's not actually a sale. That's just the regular price at that point, and that kind of drives me crazy. So I don't know. So the other thing that I'm kind of interested in is I have a really old Cricut expression, and I'm kind of curious about this new Cricut maker. I don't think I'm gonna buy it at this point. I might see, like, if it's on a crazy Black Friday sale, that might be something I would do. But I feel like the Cricut maker is intriguing to me. Again, I bought a Cricut expression like 8 years ago. Ooh, this is still on sale. But I think this looks kind of neat, and it can do a lot of stuff, and they've got the new online interface. But so I'm kind of curious about the Cricut maker. I don't know. I don't feel like I need it. Like, I don't do a ton of paper crafts, and that's definitely one of the reasons why I've not bought one. But I was looking at it at Michael's, and it was, I don't know, it was kind of neat looking. Maybe I would find more reasons to use it. I don't know. It does look like you can do a lot more with it, and you can cut fabric with it now, which is neat. I don't know if you have a Cricut maker. If you have a Cricut in general, what do you use it for? Do you use it as much as you thought you would? And do you feel like it's worth the money? I don't know. Like, I think this looks awesome. I just don't know if I would get the use out of it that would entice me to spend $360. You know, I don't know. But if you use yours a lot, let me know. Or maybe there's a use for it that you bought it and then you're like, wow, I use this all the time. You know, I don't really know if I would use this all the time, so that's why I, haven't bought one. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. But I know a lot of people love and have a Cricut, or the other one is that Silhouette Cameo. But that's the thing. Like, I really don't know if I need one of those. So who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna be watching Game of Thrones tonight. We're gonna gear up. Weirdly, I think somebody knocked on the door a few minutes ago, but clearly I cannot get up and get it now. So yeah, I don't know. So all right, let's see some comments. Okay. Linda, hello. M is for yes. I know M is for McCall's. I just didn't know what particular, like, I wasn't familiar with that particular pattern. I'm assuming it's a dress. I do kind of like to see the pattern envelopes just to see what their make looks like. And yes, hello, Snoopy. All right, Lori, I agree. All fabric should be sold how to wash dry. Yes, that is a filter I think they should add is machine washable or not, because that definitely makes a difference for me as far as whether I'm going to buy it or not. And if the fabric doesn't say whether it's machine washable or not, then I feel like I don't have enough information as a consumer to buy it or not. So I don't know. Okay, so Linda said, I heard they bought the fabric from Hancock's when they went. That is interesting. Yeah, I could see that happening because Hancock's did have a ton of fabric. So Julia, I rarely buy fabric online, just stuff I can't find anywhere else. I've gotten good quality from a couple places. I don't think I'd buy fabrics from Michael's. I probably wouldn't buy quilting fabric from Michael's. I guess it would depend on what I was buying. Yeah, I buy a lot of stuff online, but they're brands that I'm already familiar with the fabric. Like, I buy a lot of, I loved Cotton and Steel. I like Andover fabrics. I like Art Gallery fabrics. I like, what other makes? I do like Riley Blake and Michael Miller. So those are all brands where I know the quality and I already know the hand of the fabric. And I'm willing to kind of take a chance on online fabric if the price is right. Like, I bought a lot of fabric from Fashion Fabrics Club, and I haven't really been too disappointed in that. And I was actually surprised by Fabric Wholesale Direct. I thought the quality for that fabric was better than I expected, and I think the prices are really, really great. All right, Julia, I've considered watching Game of Thrones, but my grown kids told me I shouldn't because it would make me so mad. All right, Julia, I don't know what kind of shows you like. Game of Thrones can be a little bit, definitely more of an adult audience for sure, and there's some storylines on there that are a little eyebrow raising. I will say that. I'm not going to say that here because I don't want YouTube to think that those are in this live stream, but yeah, there's some storylines in Game of Thrones that are a little weird, and you're gonna be like, yeah, I don't know. So, all right, Maggie, I've had a Cricut Explore Air for a couple of years and definitely do not use it as much as I expected to. Maybe once a month. I might use the maker more, but not willing to make the investment. That's exactly how I feel. Like, my Cricut Expression does the same thing. It cuts fabric Like, I don't know what I would use it for. Maxie's here. Hello, Maxie. Okay, so Maxie is a Cricut maker. She says, I make a lot of vinyl things and I cut leather with it. I think that's great, like, if you have a use for it. And I think that's, yeah, I just don't know. And I see a lot of these projects on the Cricut website and stuff where, like, they make all of this cool looking stuff. I'm just not sure if I would make all of that stuff. So I don't know if I would buy it or not. I don't know. All right, Amal, what is the most interesting piece you've embroidered? I have to say, so far, I think it's these butterflies. These are definitely the most different thing that I've made. And I think these are, I don't know, I was just very excited to do these. No, these things do take a while. Like, each one took over an hour to make, and you do kind of have to watch the machine the whole time. But I thought the freestand, I think these look awesome, and I cannot wait to do stuff with the butterflies. I've got some projects that I'm working on with these in mind, but I think you can embellish a lot of stuff with the butterflies once you make them. So that is pretty much what the most interesting thing I think I've embroidered. I've done shirts, I've done hats, and the embroidery machine actually is something that I've used more than I thought I would. But I've owned a Cricut Expression for like 9 years, and I've maybe used it like, I would say maybe 10 to 20 times in the whole 9 years I've made it. I don't do a lot of vinyl stuff. And my thought too is that if I want like a certain thing, like I got these iron-on transfers, like I could just buy something, I could buy something like this and not have to like work it up on a Cricut if you're only doing it every once in a while. Sort of like how I say about the embroidery software. If you're not having to make custom designs all the time, the few times you do need it, I'm willing to pay someone else to do it rather than have me, pay $1,000 for software. I mean, the Cricut Maker, it's not cheap. It's $350 to $400, depending on if you get a sale. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm curious about it. I just don't think I would. If there was a really good sale, like if it was $200, I would probably do it. But not for anything over $300 at this point, because I just don't use it that often. I don't know. So who knows? Okay, so River City Creative, there is a Hancock's of Paducah online that sells fabric. Yeah, and there's and I don't know is that the same Hancock's as the Hancock Fabrics? Because I always wondered if that was the same. I don't know if it's affiliated with the original. Yeah, that does not look like. So there was another company just called Hancock Fabrics, but this doesn't really look like it's associated with the original company. Their logo looks totally different, but they do have the same general name. I don't know. There's also a furniture store here that I kind of giggle every time I pass. It's called Badcock Furniture. I just think the name is just, yeah, I don't know. It just sounds, my mind may be in the gutter, but that name just is kind of I feel like it's not the best name for a furniture store. I don't know. So, all right, Terry says, I've used the Scan and Cut maybe a dozen times, but my husband uses it a couple of times a month. So what does he use it for, Terry? My husband has used the Cricut as well. He's done some vinyl stuff. He did some glass etching. So he's used it a few times. The only thing though is that, we have the old Cricut and you have to do it with the cartridges, which I don't even know I don't think they're still probably making, I don't even think they are really making them much anymore because they have the online store, USB stuff now. So they don't really need that. But, I don't know. I have a lot of, old cartridges. I've got the old Cricut and I just don't pull it out very much. I don't know. And like the vinyl, like the stuff that you can do with vinyl on like fabric, I just use my embroidery machine too. So like if I want lettering on it, I don't need to do the vinyl thing. I can use the embroidery machine. I can put names and monograms on it. And I kind of like the embroidered monograms, in my opinion, a little bit better than like the vinyl stuff. I don't know. I think it looks, I don't know. I obviously like sewing more than paper crafts. I do a little bit of paper crafting, but not much. I mean, if I had like yeah, I don't know. I don't know what would spur me on to make a lot more cards or anything like that. But anyways, Maxie, I'm glad you are here with us. Thank you for joining us. I did show people what you put in this last box, which was very cool. And I'm excited to try the Drunkard's Path Wheel. So I think that'd be kind of neat. Okay, so Terry says making stencils for sandblasting. Nice. Nice. Anyways, guys, I'm probably going to sign off soon and try to make some dinner, watch some Game of Thrones, and do some editing. But let me know in the comments, what kind of stuff you'd like to talk about next week. And if you see any sewing stories in the news that you want me to chat about, definitely let me know in the comments, leave a link or something like that. Or let me know on Instagram, and we can definitely talk about whatever you guys want. But I'm excited. We've got 4 or 5. We've got 3 more episodes of Game of Thrones left. Tonight's counting, and I'm really excited / sad. It's very bittersweet that the show is ending, but we will see what happens. And I will see you guys again next week for the sewing report. Also, when this goes up on the replay, yes, hopefully I will be able to chop out the first 10 minutes when there was no audio. So that is, yeah, always a good time. Anyways, it's been fun, and use the hashtag Instagram's hashtag Sewing Report Squad, and hopefully in the next couple weeks I can get this giveaway plan together and figure this all out. And I apologize, I'm losing my voice a little bit, which is probably not great. So I'm going to sign off and make something to eat. But you guys have a great week, and a happy Sunday night to everybody. This has been a lot of fun, and we'll see you guys next week. All right, bye guys.